The messages were coming. We will divide Nigeria. Biafra will go. This and that. By 2050, people were like, what's going on? But it wasn't much. I was following that among other things. Then the election came and gone. Then suddenly, the news broke that they have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu in his hotel in Lagos. That was like a rude shock. Like, no, wait. Is Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria? Like, at that point, everybody was interested. Who is Nnamdi Kanu? Oh, is he the one that was making this? Oh, I think I've heard this video. Oh, I've heard that. But I was following. At that point, Maiyegun, as usual, I picked it up. Like, we have heard the rumor for those who have been following Maiyegun's diary back then before they shut down my page. So I picked it up, like, because I was like, I am always interested in people who are interested in challenging the status quo. Back then, I called it challenging the status quo. Challenging the status quo was that I knew back then all the lies they have been telling us. And in my own with my own understanding, then I thought if people could come together and form a quorum, a big one, make a political incursion into the system, break it within, then get your own people that can make a difference into that system, right? And then if you want to break up from Nigeria at that time, you will be in the best position to make that decision, not those who are there today without bloodshed. So I was of that opinion then. Then boom, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by DSS. And Buhari just came to power. It wasn't even up to 5 months. I was like, ooh. Then we were all interested. But from nowhere, to justify that they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari Dins and the Buhari Didinis, the Buhari Denotus and the Buhari Dijatus on social media at that time, the newly criminals who took over power in Nigeria, it was fresh. We didn't know that there was going to be more terror on Nigerians. So when that happened, we were like, wait, Buharidins were telling us that Nnamdi Kanu, they were telling us a lot of things. They were looking for Nnamdi Kanu's videos where he was talking about Yoruba pastors, Yoruba churches in Yoruba land who are supporting this, who are supporting evil, Yorubas this, Yoruba, all the divisive messages that could work to justify the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. No arrest, no court warrant, no nothing. And I was interested. So within 2 weeks or thereabouts, Buharidins and the Buhari Didinis, they have managed to convince almost everybody that Nnamdi Kanu was a terrorist. They have managed to convince everybody that Nnamdi Kanu was planning to start a war. It was so convincing that even those who were intelligent were saying Nnamdi Kanu deserved it. I was the lonely voice, for those who remember. I made a video. It was a viral video. That video went so far that people were asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I made that video and I said, if you are one of the Yorubas or any tribe of any kind that supports the illegal kidnap and arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, for whatever reason, for whatever disguise, unfriend me now on Facebook. I remember that, 2015. There are so many people watching me right now with fake accounts. I unfriended them simply because of my stand on Biafra. As I was unfriending those who were Yorubas, speaking rubbish at that time, I was unfriending those who were also Igbos, who were attacking Yorubas, who were generalizing them too. Thousands of people, I cut them off. You know why? It was like a lone wolf. It was so new. People were going to take side. The propaganda was so rich that you will never listen to any Nnamdi Kanu's video of that time. That's, you know what I mean? That you will never agree that Nnamdi Kanu was a terrorist. I was alone. I remember the man who later became governorship candidate in Lagos State, Gbadamoshi. Gbadamoshi shared that video that year and said, who is this guy? And since then, I have been following the event. I have been it was one of the reasons why I then personally was convinced that Nigeria was headed for a doom. Because those who kept quiet when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, incarcerated, many of them later also suffered same fate. They were illegally detained. They were, even those who didn't have the same standard or status of Nnamdi Kanu, they faced the same thing Nnamdi Kanu faced at the early stage of Buhari's government. And I was condemned for it. And to tomorrow, when I see anyone who says Yorubas are cowards, Yorubas are the enemies, Yorubas are this, Yorubas are that, I may not respond. But guess what? They will tell you that Maiyegun has banned them on Maiyegun's diary. When Buhari's government kept Nnamdi Kanu for more than 2 years, that time, and Nnamdi Kanu was finally released, I remember my video then. It was the happiest time because you know why? I was like, a common sense should have advised those in charge of Nigeria that the greatest mistake they made was to arrest Nnamdi Kanu for asking for Biafra. They gave him the platform for so many Igbos who believed that they could let Biafra rest. Many of them felt enraged, especially with the blatant abuse of court orders, the blatant abuse of his own personal human rights and dignity. All of these were mocked by many of you, by the way. I'm glad I was able to make so many other Yoruba brothers like myself to stand up, to speak up. Many of them were attacked too. I know many of them that I had to encourage that. Just say your mind. Doesn't matter. When the Nigeria government later said they wanted to declare IPOB a terrorist organization, before we got to that, when Nnamdi Kanu got released and he met his people, you can call it whatever. Call them illiterate, call them this, call them whatever you want to call them. Whatever makes you feel better, that makes you kind of smarter in your own eyes. When Nnamdi Kanu was released, it was at that moment I knew that Nigeria was already on a parting route. It is just going to be a matter of time. Whether Nnamdi Kanu is alive, whether Nnamdi Kanu, whether they are going to get Biafra while Nnamdi Kanu is living, or when Nnamdi Kanu is gone, it was then I believed that what people were waiting for was just someone. They were not looking for upright person. They were not looking for someone who is going to be so perfect. And I took my time to study that. I took my time. And when I discovered that, see, if you relax, if you leave your emotion out, if you leave every other propaganda they've put into your head, you will realize that whatever the Igbos are suffering today in Nigeria, every part of Nigeria is suffering it. Every part is just looking for someone, just one person to stand up and be firm. I am not qualified to be that person. That is why I'm saying, leave your assumption on the side. Look at the variables. Nnamdi Kanu earned it. He earned it. People died because their belief is stronger. No matter how much they try to explain it to you, you don't need to understand. You are not in their shoes. You can sympathize with them, or you can just shut up and keep quiet. It will help a lot. Because if you listen, you will realize that what they are fighting for, that is making them ask for Biafra. If you think deep, you will realize that that same thing is what you are lacking. Buhari's government that is paying bandits, Buhari's government that is paying Boko Haram, Buhari's government that is releasing bandits, paying Boko Haram, that same Buratai the butcher mobilized soldiers and they mobilized them to the east, looking to kill Nnamdi Kanu. I remember I was screaming. I have a very, very respected, a very respectable brother, someone I respect a lot. I respected him a lot. I'm going to keep his name. It was a sad thing. I had to tell him, you and I will never have any relationship again. Don't ever, ever send me any message again. And respectfully, I wanted to honor this. Someone I respected a lot. Someone I respected a lot. Why? He was going lyrical. The day Boko Haram's military tank were moving into the east, were moving into Nnamdi Kanu's house, moving in there, and God damn it, my own person, someone I respected a lot, he was on Facebook. He was laughing about it. He was going lyrical about it. He was telling why they deserved it, why they must be killed, simply because Nnamdi Kanu said, if they don't give them Biafra, they will make Nigeria worse than Sudan. Nnamdi Kanu's words became so powerful and threatening to an ordinary Nigerian than what Shekau will say to them. Even if Shekau is beheading people, Nigerians don't care. But Nnamdi Kanu that's telling them what will befall them if they continue to keep Biafra and they continue to kill the Biafrans. Are they not killing Hausa? Are they not killing Fulanis? Are the Fulanis not dying in Nigeria in droves? Are the Hausas not dying in droves in Nigeria? Are Yorubas not being killed in Yoruba land right now? Are the Benues not being killed in their land right now? Are the people from Kogi not being killed in their lands right now? Even those who say they are Niger Deltans, they are not Biafrans. Are you not being killed in your land right now? Nnamdi Kanu said, if you don't let Biafra go, Nigeria will be worse than Sudan. And because of that, your military, they moved tanks, they killed people. And they are not even courageous enough to give us the names of those they killed while they are trying to get to Nnamdi Kanu. But you turn that around, you are laughing at them. A runaway leader, a this, that. They have a leader. They have someone they can say a leader. Who do you have? In Yoruba land, we have the Abobakus, the ass lickers, the crumb chasers. You know what I mean? The Babasokwe's, the all righters, the Agberus, the educated beggars. I am talking about these Buharidins and the Buhari dideris, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons. Who is your leader? What is your leader demanding for you from Project Nigeria, other than just to buy you what? Buy you federal employment. Isn't it? They have a leader, and you have to respect that. Respect that. Omoyele Sowore, a very good brother. Someone, I am someone who I am like a snake with a long memory. So I am someone that you don't need me much as a friend, but I am the best friend you can trust, who can tell you exactly what you should know. Because if I feel the other way about you, I will say it. See, but like I said, there's something I have told myself, and that thing is, those who are fighting to destroy the status quo in Nigeria, they will never go wrong in my eyes. You know why? You see those criminals who are pretending to love you, that you know they don't, they are more dangerous than these passionate guys who are coming out to tell you, if they have the opportunity, they will do this, than those who lie to you and tell you what they will never do. For 60 years, they have been taking turns lying to you because they are dangerous. You have been dying. They don't care. So Nnamdi Kanu, Omoyele Sowore, Fela Durotoye, partially Kingsley Mohalu. And when I said partially Kingsley Mohalu belonged to that system. He is a product of that system. He feels he can change the system. There are thousands before him. There are thousands right now. There will be thousands after him that are going to think they can change Nigeria, but they will never be able to. But when I see people who want to change the status quo in a different way, I respect them. I respect their dreams. I respect their lonely time. I have been there. I have been lonely thinking about how could it be so bad that there is no any iota, any signal of hope, right? And when I see people like that, I don't judge them. They don't go wrong in my eyes. They will never go wrong. Yes, we can tell them when their judgment is not completely right, but we will never condemn them. I have studied Nnamdi Kanu for more than 5 years now, religiously. And I found out that if I leave my emotion out of it, he is actually talking about those who made it so terrible, so bad, that you and I have to suspect ourselves after they said they have built a country for us for 60 years. Musa will still feel like he's more superior than me because Musa is from the north. Oluwagbemi or Adeniyi will think he is better off and better positioned than Emeka from Enugu. Emeka will look at Adeniyi, look at Musa and Abdullahi, and feel like it doesn't even belong to them. Do you think that just happened overnight? It is as a result of the country your leaders built for 60 years, a divided country that make Musa and Abdullahi to tell Adeniyi to be careful of Emeka, while Emeka will tell Abdullahi and Adeniyi that since you have been paddy, what has come out of it? Una go wound. You know that kind of no love lost in between us. Hausas want to say they are superior. Igbos want to say they are superior, the Biafrans. Yorubas want to say that, yes, we are the best. Meanwhile, your leaders are telling you that you are one. Nobody is better than the other. And we know that is a lie. So, what am I saying? I am telling you that if you can at least stop inheriting their imaginary enemies, because as you are busy looking for their enemies, their children are busy calculating how much they made from your miserable existence today. That's how they see it. They see you as smuggles. We are starting something that is so big, very big. We now have a platform that is going to bring out the people that are packaging them for you. You know, those who are packaging them for you, those who arrange all this international award, this award, America award, welcome party, this general meeting, that diaspora meeting. All of them are now saying they are coming out to expose them to you. They are coming out to join us, to let you know that, listen, except if you love the chains, except if you enjoy the slavery, which you have every right to, by the way, it is your own prerogative. It is your right to love your chains. But please, as you are busy inheriting the enemies of your slave masters, can you please spare your children? In Yoruba land, they say, Ìran mẹ́ta ò kí ń tòṣì. A 3 generation should not be poor. I don't know how to say that in Hausa. I don't know how to say that in Fulani. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to say that in Afarashuku, or let's say in Biafra languages, as if, they're very. I don't. it is part of the failure. I am supposed to be a Nigerian. You are supposed to be a Nigerian. If not because the colonial master left us English language, and then we managed to create our own broken English, pidgin English. If not because of that, na sign language, all of us for the TikTok. Nigeria for just be like a country of deaf and dumb people. But literally, we are more or less like a country of deaf and dumb people. Because I don't understand Hausa. I can't understand Fufude. I don't understand Igbo. I don't understand any other language apart from Yoruba and this English where Oyibo put for our mouth. They say I have to believe that I'm a Nigerian. Everywhere I go, I have to tell people that I'm a Nigerian. Imagine that instead of me going to the world and tell people that I'm a Yoruba man, my name is Maiyegun General. And if they say, can you speak English? I say, mi ò gbọ́ òyìnbó. Ẹ bá mi wá interpreter. Ẹ bá mi wá interpreter. We know how I can sọ òyìnbó nílùú mi. Yorùbá pọ́nbélé la máa ń sọ nílùú mi. Please find me an interpreter. I'm a Yoruba man. We don't speak English. We don't speak much, though I'm privileged to have studied. You know what I mean? That is identity. They say, oh, I love the Yoruba accent. Have you listened to the raw original Igbo conversation before? You will just sit down there and be like, I wish I could speak this language. I wish I understand what they are. Except if I understand Igbo, Bia, I don't know. And I'm supposed to be a Nigerian. I'm supposed to be able to speak all these languages. Since we can't speak the same language, the politicians, the criminals, they use the opportunity to ensure that Abdullahi, who someone told in Hausa that I am evil, Yoruba people are evil, or Emeka, that someone told that Yorubas are betrayers, and I am sitting there trying to talk to Emeka as a brother, and Emeka has been told in Igbo that you should be careful, be careful of Yoruba people, and I don't know. Meanwhile, we're supposed to all be Yoruba, to be Nigerians. How long do you want to be living in that fake identity? Your politicians are those benefiting from it. That is why crime, we can't manage crime. When they want to bring security men to the south, they bring, to Yoruba land, they bring Hausas, they bring Fulanis, they bring Igbos, they bring elders from everywhere to ensure that they say they are building one Nigeria. Upon that, Nigeria no unite. Now killings, police, they kill us. If they want to go and attack, when they wanted to go and attack Nnamdi Kanu's house, they didn't send Igbo soldiers. They sent Fulani soldiers, Yoruba soldiers, and other soldiers from outside the east. They sent them down there, and they gave them the command to kill everybody who is carrying or holding an Biafran flag. Is that a one country? Do you think? And then the person that gave the order that gave them the order is the Buratai, the man that speaks Hausa or Fufude. 90% of those who are living in the East, they don't speak Fufude, they don't speak Hausa, they don't understand. 100% of soldiers they sent to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu, they don't speak Igbo. So, and they said anybody who is holding Biafra flag, kill them. How do you build a country like that? What kind of 60 years? For 60 years, none of them was smart enough to have built a country that make it easier for me to speak the 3 languages, so that wherever I go, I can speak to them in a large number of people. In Hausa, when Showore was campaigning, he had to get an interpreter. Even all of us, we understand Showore was saying. I didn't understand what the interpreter was saying. We don't know, maybe the interpreter was saying something different, according to his own understanding of what Showore said. And they say when you are interpreting, there are so many contents you will lose during translation. Break down Nigeria. Have your own identity. If you are a Yoruba man, Nigeria can have about 8 countries. Nigeria is not a nation. Every time politician tells you, Nigeria, our nation. Nigeria, our nation. It's a lie. A nation is a country where people living in the place are united. They are same by ethnicity, by religion, by language, most importantly by language. They must be we have minority groups in countries too. There are countries that you have more than one ethnic group too, and all that, except for Europe where you have, but we have them. But guess what? The minority have a lot of connection to the majority too, and they have representation in their country. In Nigeria, thugs with guns who were killing us, jailing us, they put people, dummy head and criminals, pay them money, put them. They said they are son. They are senior advocate of nonsense, senior advocate of madness. Son, they wrote a book, and they commanded all of us to obey that book. Are you with me now? They order us to obey the book. That is the book we have been using for the past 20 years. None of them obey the book. So if you see your brother, or if you see someone, now I will call an Igbo man my brother, a Biafran. I'll say, oh, he's my brother. I am happy to call a reasonable northerner my brother too. But does a reasonable northerner see me as a brother? Does he actually see me genuinely as a brother? Do you know why I'm asking the question? It's because I know that the country they made me identify with is a country of divided people. We pretend a lot to the rest of the world. But for so long that we have been pretending, the more we try to pretend, the more what divides us. Stare us on the face, the faces all the time. And who divide us? The politicians who are benefiting from it. How can I be so worried that if I want to speak anywhere in Nigeria and I want to speak Yoruba, I'm going to get some people angry because they want me to know that I am not just addressing a Yoruba audience. If Cristiano Ronaldo turn on his live broadcast right now, everyone will be happy if he speaks English. He can speak English,